Hi all, welcome to Minimalism with Michelle YouTube channel. I'm committed to make new videos every weekend, and today I'm gonna talk about time management. You may wonder why minimalism wants to talk about time management. As I mentioned in my previous video, living a true minimalist life is more than just arranging objects around the house. It's a new way of living, and it actually impacts all aspects of our life. So the key principle of minimalism is you lessen the time spent on non-value added activities and you create times for your meaningful activities in your lives. So with good time management skills, it will help you to do this. So in the past, many of my friends, especially working females, approach and ask me, Michelle, why do you get so many things done at the same time? So that makes me thinking back of the time about 3 years ago where I have a full-time job. I sign up for a part-time master degree. I sign up for full marathon, and at the same time I'm still having 2 kids to take care of. So during that time, my typical day starts like this. I will wake up at about 4:45 in the morning when it's still very dark outside. I'll freshen up myself and put on my running gear. I will dash out from my comfy bed at about 5, and I run for 1 hour, which is about 10 kilometers more or less, and I will reach home changing and spending some time with the kids before I head out to work. After work at 5:30, I will go to school, and usually without discussions I will go home at about 9:30. And with a lot of assignments, I tend to sleep at about 11 or 11:30, and the next day it repeats. And this cycle happens for about 2 years. And now thinking back and analyzing, where do I get all those energy, to complete so many things at the same time? I realize, the part where I strain my physical, which is the running piece, actually helps to boost the activity of my mental work, including my full-time work and then my schooling and assignments. So physical exercise help us to have more energy. It makes our minds elevated and rejuvenated for us, and it creates energy for many other activities. So indeed, yes, it seems that I have a lot of activities going on, but they actually supplement each other. So that's what I have been sharing with my friends. And trust me, I have those days that I endlessly scrolling up and down my phone, reading on things that I didn't really plan for. And of course, I realize it's a normal thing. Okay, so don't stress over it. More importantly is that numbers of days is on the minority side, and it shouldn't happen way too often. So in order for us to get rid of a bad habit, right, there are 2 major steps. The very first step, and also very important one, is you recognize that it is happening, right? For example, you want to eliminate your time spent on social media, then the first step is that, oh, you realize I'm starting surfing social media without being conscious. And then after you realize it, then is the time where you take action against it. So you have to plan in advance. If I recognize those moments coming up, what should I do? For me, I would divert my attention to reading books, spending good quality with my kids, or doing skincare and house chore. So in fact, we have a long list of to-do lists, waiting for us. But if we waste time doing on other things, then we don't have time to working on these things. So as I said, recognize it and then take actions against it. So one step even further for us to make sure our time well spent on productive things is that I usually plan my day ahead. At the end of today, I will look at the calendar of my work days tomorrow. I will see 2 things. I will look for 2 things: whether I have any discussions or meetings going on, and if there are, how long preparation time do I need for them? So I block in those calendar time for such activities only. And the other thing is my pending to-do list. I keep a post-it note apps on my work laptop where I list down all tasks that are pending at me, and of course I will prioritize them into matrix. One is the urgency and the other is importance. So it's importance and urgent at the same time. Of course I have to cross it out first thing, and then it comes things that are urgent and less important, and then important. The last bucket is not urgent, not important. I'll leave it down there, right, until I clear up those before that. So two things I'm looking for: one, whether I have meetings or discussion, and two, whether I have any tasks to do on that day. So if I have been mentally prepared for these two, I will plan the rest of activities around it. So even if tomorrow I have a very important discussions, I start the day with a very light heart because I have mentally prepared for it. And when the times come, I will just execute. I don't really panic. I don't really have to worry about it. I just do it. And so there is no secret. As I mentioned, my key principles are: one, I will sign up as many value-added activities as possible, signing up for courses, signing up for runs, anything that helps you to improve as a person. And actually, you will be surprised. We work better under good pressure. So give yourself that kind of pressure. And two, you plan your days, in advance. You should know in advance tomorrow what is gonna happen, so that you slot in the rest of the activities around it. For me, I still have my kids, my house chore, and many other things, right? So I need to visualize my day in advance. And three, when specific time comes, you just execute it. So usually stress comes because of the uncertainty part. So why not make our days as certain as it could be, and leave the uncertain portion to as minimal as we could? And of course, as a person, we need to train ourselves to be able to deal with the uncertainty. And especially during this pandemic where things changes every day, right? The government make new decisions every single minute, and that is uncertainty. So I will share in another video about how do we deal with uncertainty. But for now, is with good time well spent, we will get a lot of meaningful things done in our lives, and that makes our lives simple. So thanks for watching, and if you like this video, please click on the thumbs up button and click on the subscribe button so that you can see my next video coming up. Enjoy your weekend. Bye.